Just before I start the video, I just want to say that I will be giving away a copy of Off-World Trading Company. The link for that is in the description below. Also, be sure to leave a comment, tell me what else you want to see on the channel, and subscribe if you enjoy it.
You so fucking precious when you smile.
Thank you, Risakas, for that nice intro. Today we shall be going for the Crusader Kings 2 achievement. This is the first update I actually do on my channel, so if you like that, if you like me to update some of the older guides, let me know in the comment below. This is gonna be a very easy achievement guide and very easy to get, so don't worry, everyone will be able to get it. For this achievement you'll obviously need to play as South Africa. You're also gonna need to complete the Focus Anti-Colonialist Crusade and be a fashion leader. You'll also need to release Angola, Congo, Kenya, Mozambique, Zimbabwe and occupy London. Okay, let's start with the setup. First you want to grab all of your 6 divisions and send them to this island on a nice vacation. For our first 2 research slots we're gonna pick paratroopers and the Hurricane Fighter. For construction the only thing you're gonna do is build military factories all game long. This is what I usually do for production. Our first focus is gonna be abandon the Westminster. It's gonna give us a whole lot of stuff we don't actually care about. Now it's time to slam your head into the plus key and just unpause, but there are 2 things you need to keep in mind. Don't spend any political power until I tell you, and don't construct any more units. Our second focus will be empower the world. This will give us daily economic progress gain with daily economic. Once that's done, hire the communist advisor Abraham Fischer. The next step will be do not pick a focus until our communism support hits 10%. Focus number 3 will be repeal the Native Representation Act. This is gonna give us 120 political power and some recruitable population and war support and blah blah blah. At this point in time you also want to press the button prepare for civil war. I kinda forgot to mention that you need some DLC for this achievement. At the same time you'll also want to expand civil support. You want to press this twice to drop your stability below 50%. This is necessary to be able to start a civil war. Around this time also your research should be done. I'm not gonna advise you further on what to research, you can basically do whatever you want, but I suggest going production as heavily as possible. With repeal the Native Representation Act done, it's time to send our units back home. But once they're in the ocean, just pause the game once again. Now that your troops are at sea, it's time to start the civil war. Because this game is a broken piece of shit and our troops are in the ocean and it's an exploit, we get to keep all 6 divisions. In the meantime, Democratic South Africa doesn't get anything at all. So just pick as focus South Africa railways, start boosting communism in France. Also start justifying on national Spain. If the Spanish Civil War ends before the justification is done, you will need to restart. Our next step is to finish off the Civil War. This shouldn't really be an issue since there are no hostile troops, so just take back your capital and then set sail for Spain, but be sure to have military access first. Once your focus is done, you'll need to wait a couple of days until your communism reaches 35%. Once you're there, pick your next focus, burn the king's portrait. This is gonna give you another 120 political power. Nothing should really happen until your next focus, Anti-Colonialist Crusade. This isn't really doing anything important. Next focus will be Union of the African People. This will create the faction, the African Union's People. In the meantime, you should also hire the Army Infantry Experience guy and switch over to partial mobilization. During this focus you will complete the justification against national Spain. Don't declare just yet until your focus is done. Once Union of the African People is done, declare war on national Spain and invite Republican Spain to the faction. Your next step will be obviously to help Republican Spain beat nationalist Spain. For the next couple of focuses I suggest you work your way down to whatever that is, arms. In the meantime you will be fighting the Spanish Civil War. I suggest you split the nation in 2 to make it easier to divide and conquer. Now that the Spanish Civil War is over and you have won, it's time to stage a coup in France. Make sure to pick Alsace-Lorraine as the start of the revolution. At this point you want to just produce infantry equipment, just really spam it out. You also want to edit your paratrooper template, spam out as many as these as you can and send them to Spain. At this point France might also have joined the Allies. If you're a decent player it shouldn't be an issue, but if you're kind of new to the game or you're just not that good or casual, whatever, just restart the game until you don't have that scenario. If France becomes communist before this, it's an automatic fail and you need to restart the game. There's also going to be a point where you just have enough infantry equipment. At that point you just want to build a couple of transport planes and then build fighters. Now you just have to wait for the coup to fire, so you can invite Communist France to the party and rush all your paratroopers over to Alsace-Lorraine as quickly as possible. Start planning your invasion straight away and justify on another nation. It doesn't really matter where you justify or what you justify on, but just make sure world tension peaks above 50% once you're ready for your airborne invasion. Then just launch your airborne invasions and watch the hopeless friends surrender in no time. Now only the UK stands in your way. What you can do here is kind of up to you and it kind of depends on your skill level. If you're good enough you can just use your 29 airborne divisions to just skip around the UK and make them surrender in a couple of weeks. If you're not that good you might want to build up a little bit first before you launch your airborne invasion. It is up to you. The only thing you now need to do is just conquer the rest of Africa, and there you go, achievement complete. Well, I hope I was helpful at least a little bit, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below what else do you want to see on the channel and how did you get this achievement. Please tell me your story below. Thank you all for watching once again, and I will see you on the next one.